Hello, this is Ronnie. I'm sharing with you here a clip taken from a long video that I just finished to record for my subscribers. I think you will find the clip very interesting. Okay, that's silver. As you can imagine, I begin with silver today because silver is more helpful in terms of its price action, helping me to interpret the possible wave count that is operating here. Silver held ground here at around 1361. As you can see, it bounced back, so it's telling us it's not yet ready for that panic slide, but the panic slide is definitely, in my opinion, on. It is a question of patience, and possibly not a lot of patience, before we're going to see really the total panic breaking out in this market. This is the daily showing us 1, 2, and that's one. I assume we're going to have slight pop here. I'll show you the details in a sec. And once that is done, sorry, if we reverse back to mid-range around here, we are unable to climb above the overhead resistance, what it could hardly achieve last time it tried that. We are not able to achieve that. Then the wave count will remain as a 1, 2, 1, 2, essentially on the threshold of panic. Okay, that's the interpretation. You can see the 50 coming down, and soon it's going to start pressurizing the price. The 200 obviously sliding, and that's the 21. And let's go and see the 60 minutes. The 60 minutes is giving us the 1, 2 right here. We're coming down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I take this to be wave 1. Okay, right here I have an ABC. It came down. This is evidently an ABC. There's absolutely nothing in the world that I can do with it. This is as clear as it can be. This is an ABC. There are no 5 legs here. Do you see that? I hope this is really clear to you. Right here. Do you see that? No 5 legs. No way. Absolutely no way. So you've got an ABC here. And the surge here, if you like, would look great if we have another pop towards 14.3. We have another pop. It will basically clear any doubt that we have a structure here of an ABC, ABC, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 C. So you take this as an A, this is a B, that's your C, and that's a flat, yes, common, and we are going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's your 1, that's your 2, the correction is right here, and the next time it begins to slide, it breaks through towards the mid-range, as I said, that could be the beginning of the all-out panic. Breaking under 13.6, it is extremely likely it's a market that has no, the bulls lost complete control. It's breaking on the daily close. You get a daily close, firm daily close under 13.6. Don't look up anymore. I think it is likely to continue down, as I said, in an all-out panic. Now, having examined the chart of silver that is way clearer than the chart of gold, let's try to see what gold is telling us. We have here the daily. We assume that the first leg ended here. We thought our second wave ended here, and at this point in time, there is really nothing in terms of the technical price action here to disqualify that. That could still work out. But to be on the cautious side, I think we want to prepare for the possibility that we'll have just a slight pop above 1090. I don't think it's very likely, but if it does happen, I want you to be prepared to have the interpretation to accommodate such a slight pop above 1090. That will be extremely misleading and is likely to be a huge trap. Okay, because I am pretty firm in my mind, this is not a bottom in gold. As far as I can see, this is not a bottom in gold. There are just too many markets, too many related markets that are telling us that we don't have yet a bottom. We might have a bottom in 2-3 months, I don't know, but right now we don't have a bottom. So I would interpret any jump here above 1090 as a huge trap. You'll go long and it will reverse, and then in my opinion it's going to go into something like that. Okay, it's bound to go into something like that because it's going to be a third wave. So it's a big danger. That's what I would say. No bottom in sight at this point. Now, it could be actually more bearish than the 1-2 in red that I'm showing you here. If indeed it's going to follow in the footsteps of silver, if you remember in silver we were working with a 1-2-1-2 idea, we might have indeed the situation that's 1 or 1, and that's a 2 that will terminate with just a slight pop. I'll show you the details in a sec. Now, if that occurs and it breaks through my black line that I put here, that I consider to be a critical level, it's likely done. It's likely going to continue and eventually break through the brown line. You get a firm daily close under the brown line. That's an all-out panic unfolding. That's it. It's going to go and go and go down. Let's have a look now at the 60 minutes. And when you see the structure of gold here, you'll understand why I started the analysis here with silver. It's really chaotic. It's really not very helpful. And I do what I can with the price action here. And what I see is this is an ABC. We said second wave possible here. Now you come down and you can treat all of that as a diagonal first. Okay, in which case it ends right here. You have an ABC. And then you had an ABC here. Also here, it's very difficult to argue that you have 5 legs. Very difficult. In fact, I think it is, unless you treat this as an extended fifth. Even so, it appears to me unlikely that that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say this is a combination of an ABC, in fact. And the rally here, the best thing that could happen in the case of gold and also in silver is just a slight pop. Here, we're at 1065. Okay, we need to run towards 1080, and the best price action would be actually a spike intraday and a failure to close above this level. Now, that's an ideal situation. I don't know, of course, if it's going to occur, but if it rallies towards the level here and it fails to close and it comes down, it closes, let's say, unchanged, and you have sort of a spike intraday and a candlestick with a very small body around here, that'll be ideal. The next day it breaks down through my black line. You go with it. You go with it because the strength is not there anymore. If you see silver reversing, plunging, you see the US dollar Swiss coming up, you see copper turning down, you have all these markets that are working together, you know. Also keep an eye on platinum, palladium. These things are all moving together, and then you have this smash breaking through just above 1055. That's the critical level. My thinking is that if you get this structure, it runs up above the red line, it pops its head, it breaks down, it comes down further, it breaks through the black line. What does it tell you? It tells you it just doesn't have what it takes to rally. It just pops its head. It can't sustain any gains. It just comes back to retest the floor. The selling pressure is overwhelming. Just get out of the way. Don't dream of going long. Just get out of the way. You don't want to sell short, fine, don't sell short, but just don't get in the way here. This bear is going to smash eventually the brown line and go nuts. Yeah, just break like I don't know what. Another final possible scenario here for you to consider. Suppose we run up, we take this in a spike, we plunge down, we break down through the black line, and you're still watching. You haven't taken any action. You're still wondering. It can happen to anybody. Okay, it breaks down towards the brown line, and you have something that might last maybe just a few hours. You have something like that. Okay, you have something like that. Suddenly the overhead resistance here is a mighty resistance. It's unable to rally above that. That is 1063, 1062. It gives you something like that, and then maybe a day or two later it begins to come down back towards the brown line. That's your last chance. Honestly, that's your last chance. You sell or you just don't do anything. You sell here, you put your stop here, it's just going to plunge really badly. Just in case you would like to have further information or to learn more about my website, I thought of introducing very briefly my website here. That is the front page, and if you scroll down you will see there are quite a few examples of recent clips that I added. I also have a lot of charts here if you're interested. There are a lot of charts that you can study, examples of past market action. There are also more charts here under resources at the chart galleries. You have chart galore number 1, number 2, plenty of charts. You've got useful links, recommended reading list, okay, terms of use, private policy. You can get in touch with me if you have any issue, any question whatsoever. Here there is a description of the services, okay, and in fact this you will see once you log in. It will let you see what you subscribe to, okay. So if you subscribe to the Wave Mastery daily service video, you'll get that. If you subscribe to the weekend service, you'll get that. But before subscribing, you might want to actually take a look at a trial. Okay, so you can actually have a trial of the daily video service, the full service. You click right here, and it takes you to the page of the trial. It's 7 calendar days. It only costs €2.99. Okay, €2.99. You can pay with PayPal. It gives you access to the archive. You can also get in touch with me if you have specific questions. I will do my best to answer that. That is the daily service trial, and that's the daily service, the full scale. Then we have the Wave Mastery weekend video service trial. This is also priced at only $2.99. It gives you 12 calendar days. You get 2 long videos with that, okay, fresh videos, and you get access to the archive. And again, you can get in touch with me if you have any questions. That is the issue of the trial. Here on the main page you have some articles that you might want to have a look at, and that's the very brief introduction of my website. Hope you enjoyed the clip. Hope to see you on my website. Don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Wishing you successful trading. Bye now.